and said, "Who died and made you mayor?"
That's some mouth, kid. You don't know who you're talking to. You're gonna regret that.
When the other people get here? Is that what you mean? Because right now, it's just you and me. And I don't foresee a whole lot of regret in that. And not for me, anyway. Not unless you've got no money.
Money?
For me to take.
What, now you think you're gonna mug me?
Not, mug you, Reacher said. More of a historical thing. An old principle. Like a tradition. You lose a war, you give up your treasure.
Are we at war, you and me? Because if we are, you're gonna lose, kid. I don't care how big of a corn-fed country boy you are. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kick it bad.
The woman was still 6 feet away, still not moving. Reacher looked at her again and said, "Ma'am, is this gentleman married to you or related to you in some other way, or known to you either socially or professionally?" She said, "I don't want you to get involved." She was younger than the guy, for sure, but not by much. Still way up there, 29 maybe. A pale-colored blonde. Apart from the vivid red print from the slap, she was plenty good-looking, in an older woman kind of a way. But she was thin and nervous. Maybe she had a lot of stress in her life. She was wearing a loose summer dress that ended above her knee. She had a purse hooked over her shoulder. Reacher said, "At least tell me what it is you don't want me to get involved in. Is this some random guy hassling you on the street, or not? What else would it be? Domestic quarrel, maybe? I heard of a guy who bust one up, and then the wife got real mad with him afterwards for hurting her husband. I'm not married to this man. Do you have any interest in him at all? In his welfare? I suppose that's what we're talking about. None at all, but you can't get involved, so walk away. I'll deal with it. Suppose we walk away together." "How old are you, anyway?" "Old enough," Reacher said, "for walking at least. I don't want the responsibility. You're just a kid. You're an innocent bystander." "Is this guy dangerous?" "Very." "He doesn't look it. Looks can be deceptive." "Is he armed?" "Not in the city. He can't afford to be." "So, what's he gonna do? Sweat on me?" Which did the trick. The guy hit boiling point, aggrieved at being talked about like he wasn't there, aggrieved at being called sweaty, even though he manifestly was, and he came in at a charge, his jacket flapping, his tie flailing, his shirt sticking to his skin. Reacher feinted one way and moved another, and the guy stumbled past, and Reacher tapped his ankles, and the guy tripped and fell. He got up again fast enough, but by then Reacher had backed off and turned around, and was ready for the second maneuver, which looked like it was going to be an exact repeat of the first, except Reacher helped it along a little by replacing the ankle tap with an elbow to the side of the head, which was very well delivered. At nearly 17, Reacher was like a brand-new machine, still gleaming and dewy with oil, flexible, supple, perfectly coordinated, like something developed by NASA and IBM on behalf of the Pentagon. The guy stayed down on his knees a little longer than the first time. The heat kept him there. Reacher figured the 100 degrees he had heard about must have been somewhere open, Central Park maybe, some little weather station. In the narrow brick canyons of the West Village, close to the huge stone sidewalk slabs, it must have been more like 120. And humid. Reacher was wearing old khakis and a blue t-shirt, and both items looked like he had fallen in a river. The guy stood up, panting and unsteady. He put his hands on his knees. Reacher said, "Let it go, old man. Find someone else to hit." No answer. The guy looked like he was conducting an internal debate. It was a long one. Clearly there were points to consider on both sides of the argument, pros and cons, and pluses and minuses, and costs and benefits. Finally, the guy said,
"Can you count to 3.5?
Reacher said, "I suppose."
"That's how many hours you got to get out of town. After midnight, you're a dead man. And before that, too, if I see you again."
And then the guy straightened up and walked away, back towards 6th Avenue, fast, like his mind was made up, his heels ringing on the